For 1, angle of 195 in standard position. The reference angle is 15 for 1. Three, -2. 3 squared is 9, minus 4, that is root 5. So it is sine theta, root 5 over 3, tan theta, negative root 5 over 2. 2 marks, because you had to do some Pythagoras. Then a calculator. Find the values of theta if tan theta equals positive 1/3. If tan theta is a root of 3, that means it's this one, 60 root 3, 2, 1. And then it would have to be down here, negative root 3. So it is 60 and 240 for 2 marks. With the calculator, find the values of theta if sine theta is negative 4/5. Well, if it's negative 4/5, it's got to be there and there, yeah? And, I did it wrong. There and there. So you do shift sine theta and you get 53. So it is 233 and 307 for 2 marks. How many triangles exist? 50. Oh, I'm going to make this bigger. 50 degrees. 15. Q equals 15 sine 50, which is 15 sine 50 is 11.5. A is 12, which is longer than 11.5 but shorter than 15. So there and there, 2 triangles exist out of 2. Using the same data, 0 triangles. A is less than 11.5. Better answer there, A is less than 15 sine 50, right? Everybody understands that, yeah? Okay. 1 triangle, A is either equal to 15 sine 50, that's out of 2, or I guess that's really only out of 1. Either it equals 15 sine 50, or A is, greater than 15.
So for those 2, I actually put just things that would work. So would that be
You just put 2 values?
Yeah.
Well, if what you wrote there is greater, whatever number you wrote is greater than 11.5 or equals 11.5, you get the mark. If whatever number you put there is greater than 15, you get the mark. Well, this just covers every possible answer you could possibly give. So if some kid said 27, they get the mark. If some kid said 17, they get the mark. Making that page out of 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 13. Felix and Sarah are 123 meters apart. From A point, 88 meters away from Sarah, Jim stands. Jim, from Jim's perspective, they are 114 degrees apart. Find the angle between the boys right there. There is your theta. How will you find this? What do you have? Sine of 114 over 123 equals what?
No, we have the 88.
Yeah, Sarah and Jim are 88, so
We can do
sine theta equals over 88. 88 sine 114 divided by 123. And then, of course, we shift sign that. If you have that somewhere on your page and you have that drawn, you get your whole 2 marks. Boom, boom. From the starting point. 7, 8, 13. Right? You need the angle between the 2 ships. What is that? That's here at starting point, yes? So I should make that big C, shouldn't I? Which makes this little c, little a, little b. I need the angle, so cos C equals 13 squared minus 7 squared minus 8 squared over negative 2 times 7 times 8. And then you shift cos it. If you have that all, you get your 2 marks. I know you want to see the right answers to these 2 questions. So second sine 88 sine 114 close bracket divided by close bracket. First one is 41 degrees. And the second one is 13 squared minus 7 squared minus 8 squared. Negative 2 times 7 times 8. 120.
Wait, wouldn't 8 be 25 degrees?
Between the 2 boys. Sarah, this is the angle between the 2 boys. Wait a minute.
That's Felix.
Yeah.
But Felix is the boy.
Yeah.
Sarah's the girl.
Oh, did I draw that wrong?
Well, no, it's right. You should be finding the angle for S.
For S.
Just 'cause
Oh, right, yes. So, sorry. So that's 41. So yeah, 25 is the answer there. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. And Alex leaves home and runs west. What direction's west? If this is home, where do we say west is? Left. And he ran that way for how far? 2.5K, yes? Then he turns clockwise. So that is to the right, yes? And he goes 150 degrees. So straight up would be a 90-degree turn clockwise, right? But he goes 150. So if he kept going this way, this is the 150. So what's this? 30. Runs 2K and then runs straight home. Yeah? How far must he run to get home? This is little c, right? So, c squared equals 2 squared plus 2.5 squared minus 2 times 2.5 times cos 30. And then I square root the whole answer, which is 2 squared plus 2.5 squared minus 2 times 2 times 2.5 times cos 30. 1.26. Oh, you sneaky. Out of 2. Making that page out of 2, 4, 6. And the next page. State the number of triangles. 25, 20. 20 sine 25 is 8.4. B is 20. Or sorry, A is 14. That's 8.4. Is 14 bigger than 8.4? Yes. Is 14 smaller than 20? So how many triangles? 2. Right? Why? Boom, boom. The 8.4 is your reason. Angle A, 89 degrees. B, 14. 14 sine 89 is almost 14. A is 16. 16 is bigger than 14, but it's also bigger than this 14. So it can only go this way. Right? So one triangle. A is 110. Right? So this is 14. The other one is 12. Can it go there? No. Can it go there? No. So no triangles. All these are out of 2 because you had to do some work to find out why you were telling me, right? And lastly, 30, 12. 12 sine 30 is 6. A is 6. A equals 6, so one triangle. Making that page out of 8. Or wheat. 8 and 6 is 14, and 13 is 27. Yeah? Yeah. All right, now listen to me carefully, please. The next thing here is a whole bunch of textbook work. Do whatever questions you want. Today, for the rest of today, you can ask me anything about these up to page 231, the practice test. That's your review. You cannot ask me about that. Tomorrow you see the right answers to this and we mark it. Everybody clear? Okay, I will cut you a deal though. You only have to do 2 of the extended responses. All right? Now, to be fair, because you were... you'll be writing the test Monday, so I will go over the test reminders tomorrow. Oakley dokley? Oakley dokley. Now, that means we only have Tuesday and Wednesday of next week to do finance. Yeah? So, I'm not putting any finance on the final exam, right? We're going to work solidly through. Okay? It'll be like all notes. Okay? We'll do everything over those next 2 days, and you can do the practice stuff at home. All right? Now, some of you will say, but Mr. Myers, we want a review for our final. You have a review for your final. It's the book in front of you, because you did not do all the questions in it. There's not one person in this room that has done every question in that book. All right? That's your review. You also have 2 cumulatives that I've given back to you. Actually, I have not given you back your cumulative. So that's another thing we need to do, right? Obviously, it would be stupid to do it today. When I give you back your cumulative, I will not be going over the multiple choice. The answers are on the page. Reverse engineer. Figure it out. I will go over the entirety of the open-ended. Clear? Now, one of my grade 11 pre-calc classes has made this decision. The other one hasn't. I cannot remember which class is which. You have not. You know what I'm speaking of. Are you going to do a trig test? Right? Now, the way we are right now, you can write the trig test tomorrow. I think you should. Why wouldn't you do a trig test at a chance? Right? I don't know why you wouldn't do a trig test tomorrow. Now, the other thing I would like to remind you of is, I'm telling you right now, your final exam is about 40 multiple choice and about 10 open-ended, I think. And you get 3 hours to do that. Now, if I were you, I would want the first hour of next Friday, which is your last day in this room, I would want that first hour to ask questions of me of every unit. Because your brains will not be awake until 9:30, 10 o'clock. Then you would write your final. 40 multiple choice questions at 2 minutes a question, which is an extremely long time, is 80 minutes. Leaving you with 40 minutes to do the 10 open-ended question. That is 4 minutes per question. More than enough time. And it bumps into lunch. And I'm not requiring any of you to come back in the afternoon. So you can have until the end of lunch. That is what I would do were I in your shoes. I would say next Friday, the first hour was review. Now, of course, let's say we get to a point 35 minutes into that first hour and I say, okay, any other questions? And nobody puts their hand up. What could we do? Start our final. Deal? All right. Trig test Monday. Tomorrow is mark the review, do test reminders, and start finance. Finance is real easy. Save your money. I mean, that's pretty much it. If you get a credit card, don't buy anything with it unless you could buy it with cash. Well, that's pretty much it. Right? Obviously, there's more to it than that. I'm going to show you how quickly your money can grow. More importantly, in Canada, how quickly your debt can grow. Because the average Canadian owes $1.25 for every dollar they earn. Which means the average Canadian is actually working to go further into debt. There is no point to your job because if you are paid $10, you are paying out $12.50. But we all need to have the right amount of snowmobiles and boats and cars, right? So obviously we need to do that. That is why places like payday loan companies exist, which are just this side of demons, if you believe in any of that stuff. Payday loan companies almost make me believe in that. And then I remember, no, it's because people don't understand money. And they take the easy way out. None of you will do that, especially after we do our 3 lessons on finance. You borrow money, and you pay it back at your next paycheck. You pay it back at what seems like a very small interest rate. Like I borrow $400 and I have to pay them back $420. Right? No big deal. It's only $20 when I borrow $400. That's awesome. Except that $20 is 5% of $400, right? And you have to pay that back after 1 week. If you were to take that out for a loan at that rate for a whole year, it would be like 40% interest, which you would never do. Okay, do trig. I will take attendance. Everyone was supposed to check with me if they could go.
Well, people did check.
Huh?
Did people check?
No. No one. Some of my grade 10s did.